soul is mine.
This video is sponsored by my company, Great Games. We're always looking to give a really great deal to our customers, and we are always looking to pick up bulk or singles at a fair price. In addition, we want to thank our sponsor, Mana Vault Proxies, for making this affiliate. If you use my code KING, you get a percentage off of your next proxy order. Thank you again, Mana Vault Proxies. How's it going, guys? KingTheGreat here. Hopefully all y'all are having a wonderful day, night, or evening. And today I have an interesting video for y'all based off of my favorite deck, KingTheGreat and the Yawgmoth. And I feel like this is a kind of appropriate time to bring this up. So I am bringing you the pros and cons of KingTheGreat and the Yawgmoth. So let's get right into the pros. Before we talk about the pros and cons of KingTheGreat, who is he? What does he do? So, if you're new to cEDH, this is a little bit about him. So, he is a 4-in triple Phyrexian black legendary creature horror minion that has lifelink and has the ability of, for each black in the cost, you may pay 2 life rather than pay that mana. Whenever you cast a black spell, put a +1/+1 counter on KingTheGreat and Yawgmoth, and he starts as a 2/2. So, this guy can get pretty big quick because black is one of the most notorious colors in cEDH. So let's kind of get more information on that. Alright, we're going to start with the pros. First off, Phyrexian mana is broken. Like, the ability to pay 2 life for any black pip, from cost to casting spells, from activated abilities, like KingTheGreat is just very OP when it comes to doing that, and he is just fantastic in doing so, and the deck can either go quick or go the long game. Secondly, this deck can catch people off guard. Since this deck is not really what we call meta, you can actually kind of talk to people and people won't really understand the combos of the deck. That's kind of why I like playing it still, even though I know the loss of Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crit is kind of unfortunate. This deck can still perform pretty well, and it's just insane the fact that people just don't know its lines. Next, it has the capability to win either early or late. It has very explosive turn 1 through 3 if you built your deck right, or if you're looking to play the mid-range game, you can also win later on, which is really nice. Next, creature spells are harder to interact with. So this deck likes using creature combos. It is the best way to play the deck, and it's a reanimator deck, so stuff like Chainer, Dementia Master alongside Grey Merchant and the Sack Outlet is really nice. Horde Broodlord combo, Necrotic Ooze combo is just like, they're a lot harder to deal with because most people keep those non-creature counter spells. So this is why I also continue to like this deck, just because creatures are difficult to deal with in our meta. And then lastly, there is multiple ways to build this deck. Like I was saying earlier, you can either build full on turbo, which allows you to get really great turn 1 to turn 3, or if you want to build it more mid-range, we're basing it off of like Control CL's list, who recently got the top 16 at the Steel City Spectacular last year, or Fonzie, who also did pretty well at the Spectacular as well with his turbo variation. I definitely would check out their list and definitely follow the primers alongside the Unified KingTheGreat Primer, which is ran by Josh Gray, also known as Grayface Gaming. Definitely go check him out. Now we're going to go into the cons. Now onto the cons. First off, it is monocolored. Mono black is unfortunately not as good as it once was with the lack of JLo and Mana Crit, so it not having any protection spells or silence effects or counter spells for that matter is definitely problematic for this deck, which is unfortunate because I still enjoy it and I still bring it to tournament. Secondly, it can fold pretty easily. The right interaction point can stop you right in the dirt, And unfortunately, like bounce spells or kill spells or exile spells can definitely stop you from assembling your combos. Next is graveyard / active abilities hate hurt. So if someone has like Grafdigger's Cage or Curse Totem, that can definitely hinder our mostly reanimator / creature based deck, and we don't really have any good options of removing that. Next is the pre-game boogeyman effect. So as soon as you sit down in a pod, you will immediately get targeted for being the Carrick player. This is just something that you're gonna have to look forward to, and unfortunately it's just going to end up happening, and people will always try not to listen to you. So what I typically tell people is try to politic as much as you can. This is a deck that definitely you want to politic with, and I think you can get better with it. And then lastly, it is heavily commander reliant, because Carrick does enable so much of your deck. However, you don't need it like all the way, but it does help with your game plan. So, and now on to my conclusion, my final thoughts of the deck. Have I been having a great time with it since I built it? 100%. Do I think it's top tier? No, but that doesn't change the aspect I have for the deck, and I want people to continue to try it out, because honestly it is enjoyable and it's very skill intensive, I feel like, because the Carrick lines can be sometimes convoluted and you just have to figure out every different thing, which I really enjoy. I typically call it the deck with the mini puzzles, because one interaction piece or another can make your decision change. And also, like I said in the cons, you have to politic with this deck. That's just how it is, and I am still trying to get better at politics. I'm just not good at them. Around when the JLo and Mana Crypt were still around, I didn't really care about politics. I just like, here's a win on the stack, here's a win on the stack, here's a win on the stack, you know. I didn't care about politics, and I still don't. And does that make me a bad player? Probably, but you know, I like the deck. I will continue to show support to it. And another thing is, if you want to try it out, you know, feel free to leave a comment down below, like what you like about this deck, how you got introduced to it, and definitely join the Carrick Discord. We are a bunch of great people. I love that community. I am a moderator there, and I want to say thank you to the team, so all the moderators and admins, to the community ambassadors, and the community themselves for giving me the opportunity to help grow that community and continue to show support for our favorite deck. And also, you don't all have to just play one deck. Like, this is just something I would recommend trying out. It is fun, it's enjoyable being able to go, here's turn 1 through turn 3 wins, and just having a good time, or even playing the mid-range plan. Like, I will keep showing support to Carrick as much as possible, and I hope to see you around and you try it. And if you have, like I said, if you have any questions, you know, feel free to join our Discord, feel free to ask me anything. And if you like this video, please leave me a like down below. And if you want to see more videos like that, you know, let me know. I am trying to continue to grow my channel and try to improve as a content creator as best as I can. So that's pretty much it. Anyways, thank you so much. Y'all have a wonderful day. Bye.